Hey, what is up, guys? Your boy Seven here, back with another video. Oh, I gotta take a deep breath for this one. I was right, you were wrong. If you're one of the people that doubted me 10 months ago when I released my first video talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Before it was called Shadows, and we were still going based off the codename Red. But today is the day for my opinion, my take on this whole situation. I'm not gonna be regurgitating everything because, man, this situation is scorching hot and there's so much shit at play. I don't even know where to go. I can refer you guys to other channels who cover this way better than I can. I'm just giving you guys my opinion, my take on it. So check out RK Outpost, Smash JT, and Vara. She's pretty nice at what she do. There's some couple other channels, but man, everybody's been talking about this, bro. If you don't, matter of fact, I shouldn't have to regurgitate everything to you guys because this is the biggest fuck up in gaming history right now that people are talking about. Ubisoft have really shit the bed. People are saying that this can cause an international incident. So with Assassin's Creed Shadows, where do I start? I do know where to start. Point number one, misinformation. And like on this channel, like I said, I like to keep things a buck. I like to go based on the truth. I like to find out the truth. If I'm wrong on something, it's okay to be wrong. People make it seem like you can't be wrong. I've been wrong on this channel before, and I made videos saying I was wrong. I've been proven wrong. I have no shame in that. That's how you fucking learn. But some people can't handle that shit. You gotta have you gotta look at things one way and gotta stick to that. No, bro, it don't work like that. But misinformation, that's the first thing with this whole situation. There's been misinformation on both sides, with the woke crowd and the anti-woke crowd that I'm a part of. I get people are upset. The Japanese people and Western people are upset that Yasuke is in the game and they're fabricating his history. But to tell lies to prove your point, to go to such depths to prove your point, it's fucking madness. Let's start with the woke crowd and how everything they pushed about Yasuke was based on a fucking lie. There is a whole book based on for Yasuke that was written by a woke author called Thomas Lockley. He took 2 paragraphs of Japanese history of Yasuke, a footnote. Yasuke is a footnote in history. He only had 2 paragraphs in a Japanese history book, and this guy Thomas Lockley made a whole book about him, giving him a fake backstory, a fake life, shit that's haven't been proven, because nobody knows what happened to Yasuke after those 2 paragraphs. We don't know if he died, if he left the island, what happened to him. All we know, he was there at one point. He held swords for a lord. Maybe he had a house or some shit, but that was about it. But now Ubisoft are saying that they're trying to make him bisexual or gay. He had a family. He had this. He had that. Like, there's so much going on based off of one book, and the book is a lie. This shit is so crazy that you can't trust anything you see on the internet, because they found out the author was lying about everything, and all of Western media, Hollywood to be exact, was running with this narrative about Yasuke. This is what they base their information, because this is not the first time we've heard of Yasuke. Yasuke's been in a Netflix show. He's been in other games. He's been, the most recent game that people use as an example was Neo 2 or Neo 1, where he was the bad guy. You fought him as one of the bosses. So Yasuke has been here, and Yasuke types have been in media. I don't know if you guys remember Samurai Shampoo. They had a black samurai. It was like an anime show on Adult Swim. That show was fire, by the way. This was before the woke era. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent. But Yasuke types have exist because they've been going based off this book. But now the book is based on lies, and the guy's on the run. He deleted his account because he know he's wrong, because this almost causing an international incident. Bro, the Japanese government has to get a handle on this shit. Ubisoft had to post an apology. So that's coming from the woke side. Now, the anti-woke side I'm a part of. they've also been spreading misinformation. That's why I kind of waited to make this video. I was kind of waiting for things to settle down, but things are not settling down. Every day there's some more bullshit going on, even though Ubisoft posted their apology. Just more shit just been coming out about this game, and it's not looking good. But on the anti-woke side, there was this dude who was pretending to be a Japanese historian, you know, trying to disprove Yasuke, saying, you know, he was right, but the fact that he lied and said he was a historian, he pretended to be Japanese. Bro, people can find out anything you do on the internet, bro. We have a wake back machine, we have an archive machine. They check this guy, because, you know, people are gonna, if you say you're a Japanese historian, especially during this conversation, people are looking for officials for answers. So if you claim that you're an official, people are gonna do a background check to make sure you're a fucking official. So this dude claims to be a Japanese historian, and people did a background check on him, and it was just some fat fucking guy here in the US who was pretending to be Japanese. They went on the Wayback Machine, and they could show that he wasn't Japanese and he was pretending to be. So you gotta, when you do shit like that, you put the cause back 10 steps. You gotta fight lies with truth. You can't fight lies with more lies. You can't be deceitful. To win, you gotta fight lies with truth. All right, like I said on this channel, I stick for the truth, man. If somebody show me the truth and you got facts behind it, okay, I'm gonna go based on that, because this is really what's happening. So misinformation has just been going on rapidly between both sides, and I don't know who to really trust besides the Japanese government, because who the fuck is anybody else to tell me about Japanese history besides the Japanese government? Because that's their fucking country. We should respect their wishes and their rules and their history. So yeah, that's one point I wanted to make. Just, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Kojima predicted everything. I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. Yo, Kojima is the prophet, bro. Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted fucking everything that's going on in our society right now, down to a fucking T, which makes me question Kojima. I believe he's the prophet. He's the one. And that's why I love him so much. Anyway, I just wanted to say that shit so quick. Number 2, racism. This whole situation. Ubisoft, you're not helping black folks by doing this shit. You think you're helping black people, but you're not. You're making people hate black people more because of shit you're doing. Now, racism. Racism can go both ways. There's no such thing as reverse racism. A black man can be racist to a white man, to an Asian man, to a Hispanic man. A white man can be racist to a black man, Asian man, Hispanic man, and so forth and so on. Everybody can be racist. If you hate somebody just because of the color of their skin, you're fucking racist. If you're just because you're a marginalized group, doesn't allow you to hate somebody because of the fucking skin color. So that shit has to stop from both sides. The woke people who think they can be racist to white people, and the woke people and the anti-woke people who can be racist to other people because of their skin colors, because of minorities. I've seen the fucking jokes. I've seen the memes of Yasuke being like George Floyd or being a monkey in a samurai suit. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? This is shit that sets us back. This is what fuels the fucking woke people, gives them ammo. See, they just hate him because he's black. That's the conversation that they're gonna use if we're fucking saying we don't like him because he's black. No, we don't like Yasuke in this game because he's not supposed to be here, or he's not supposed to, fuck, I can't fucking speak. He's not supposed to have a fucking big ass role like being a main character in the game. That's the main reason why we have an issue. The messaging behind Yasuke. I've said this plenty of times before on why I'm anti-woke. It's not because I hate gay people, I hate fucking lesbians or fucking weirdos or shit like that. I hate the things that they do with the characters, or I hate women or shit like that, like people tend to say. It's the shit you do with the characters. Why can't people just write good stories? Why does every character have to have a message behind them? People don't want to be fucking taught a message. Unless it's a fucking actual good message, a universal message that people can fucking agree on, like Murder is bad. Pedophilia is fucking bad. Rape is bad. Like, if you preach that, yeah, people are gonna be like, why are you preaching that to us? We already know it's bad. But if people can agree, those situations or those messages we can agree on. But we don't give a fuck about your sexuality or your hardships or shit like that. Being a marginalized group, nobody gives a fuck. But like, the point I'm trying to make, man, there's racism on both sides. The woke people who think they're helping out marginalized groups, and the anti-woke people who are just spouting shit saying we don't like Yasuke because he's black. No, bro, we're not doing that. I'm not that part. That is the deep fucking trenches of the anti-woke squad. Sometimes I gotta separate myself from those people, bro, because that's what people think, because they just lump you all together. So again, racism can go both ways. We gotta chill out on that. That's not the main reason we hate Yasuke. We don't want him here because he's in the wrong time period. Now, if this was modern day Japan, no one would give a fuck. But you're basing it on feudal Japan, saying you're recreating feudal Japan down to a T, and you're, for the first time in history, you're using an actual historical character. Even though he doesn't have too much known about him, you're using a historical character. Whatever we know about him in those 2 paragraphs, that's it. You can't go any further. You can't try to fucking build more shit behind him, even though your game has taken leeway with history, with fucking Leonardo da Vinci, the Pope, and shit like that. So that's my point about the racism part. I know I kind of fucking went everywhere with that shit. Now, number 3, ways that this could have been prevented or done better. I have 3 ways this could have been prevented. Number 1, they should have made Assassin's Creed Shadows GTA 5 style. And what I mean by that, 3 main characters. If they would have had a Japanese man, and they would have had Yasuke the African and the chick, guarantee this wouldn't have been a big ass problem. Maybe even the Thomas Lockley guy probably would have been exposed. This game exposed a lot of shit that we were led to believe, people were led to believe. So I believe if this game had 3 main characters, GTA style, no one would have been upset. You would have had your Asian man being representative of the time. You would have had the chick. What's funny, no one gives a fuck about the chick, which is crazy. Which I care for her because she looks more stealth. She has more of the actual assassin in her doing stealth gameplay. They made Yasuke a fucking, stereotypical black guy, big, strong, broody. Like, what the fuck, man? Ubisoft, when you do these stereotypes, you're not helping anybody. You're making shit worse. You're making the stereotypes even worse, bro. You're not helping no one. But again, if they had 3 main characters, GTA style, I don't think the backlash would have been as big. People would have raised a fucking eyebrow. Maybe they would still ask questions, but it wouldn't have been as hot as this, because they would have had, everybody would have been okay. People would have been looking at it with like, why the fuck is this black guy here? But they probably would explain, hey, Yasuke was a real person, he's another main character. Cool, whatever. Number 2, they should have made Yasuke not Yasuke, but if they were gonna use Yasuke, they should have used Yasuke as a Ronin or as a ninja. I think the main issue here that people are having is that they're claiming he's a samurai when he was not a samurai. This is coming from the official Japanese government. He was not a samurai. He just carries swords for a samurai master, a lord. So I believe if they would have made Yasuke a Ronin or a ninja, this shit would have been fine. They should have just made him and her both shinobis or whatever, both ninjas, bro. Nobody would have had a problem with that. Nobody. Or matter of fact, is the problem that you're using Yasuke. They should have just left it as an African refugee and give subtle hints that it's Yasuke without actually saying it's him. Because at the point, they should have just put a random black guy and made him a ninja and a Ronin. I'm just saying that could have been one way this shit could have been avoided. And number 3, he should have just been DLC. They should have just gone with the Asian man and Asian woman and have Yasuke a DLC side character that either gives you mission or you play a short mission, a short story from him that you could have some leeway with doing something, but then you do that one mission for him, or you play as that one mission and then Yasuke disappears, just like how he does in the history books. But you're creating a whole narrative behind him, saying that he's overthrowing oppressors and changing the whole fate of feudal Japan around that time. That's playing with history, my boy. You're fucking up. And you know what's crazy about all of this? About 10 to 15 years ago, because as you guys know, we're in the woke era slash sensitive era. About 10 to 15 years ago, if they would have came out with this game when they were supposed to, no one would have batted an eye about a black man being in Japan. People would have raised an eyebrow, yes. I'm not gonna say people wouldn't call it out like, hey, what the fuck? But people wouldn't have cared as much. It's just the fact that woke people have been pushing the race agenda, the gay agenda, all this other bullshit in front of us. Oh, by the way, they're trying to make Yasuke gay too. Apparently you could have options as a gay lover. Like, come on, Ubisoft, what are you doing, bro? You're spitting in Japanese people's faces. This is why they're rightfully angry. So if they would, about 10, 15 years ago, bro, no one would have batted an eye. No one would have really cared. But we in the sensitive era, bro, where everything's about race and gender and shit like that. So now people are scrutinizing everything, and rightfully so, because people are tired of this shit. We're tired of forced diversity. Do you guys not remember Lee from The Walking Dead? I can place I would place $100 bet with anybody. Everybody who played that game had no issue with Lee. Everybody loved Lee. Lee is probably one of the top 10 characters. No, not top 10. Top 30 story-driven video game characters, I would say. And I'm willing to take that bet with people. Because Lee was a good guy. Yeah, he was a black man, but they didn't focus on all that bullshit. Bro, they wrote a good story. He was trying to protect Clementine. Like any father-based type person would do. The reason I said father-based type person is because, you know, Lee wasn't Clementine's father, but he was acting like her guardian, you know? He was being her protector. I don't know, man. This shit is just crazy. This conversation is scorching hot. That's my opinions and my takes on it. Just that so much misinformation. There's blatant racism that's just setting everybody back. You're giving more ammo to the woke people and you're making your point look stupid. But at the same time, the woke people are racist by pushing all this bullshit. You're causing more racial tensions. I'm pretty sure they're just dummies that see a black man in this game, right? And are automatically gonna hate black people. Because that's what people are doing. Like I said, I've seen the jokes people are making about the black samurai. We was samurais and shit like that, you know. I don't want to say them shits are funny, but they kind of are. Besides the fucking George Floyd and the monkey ones. But then the ones where they say like we was samurai because they were making fun of people who be saying we was kings type shit. But I don't know, man. It's a sad affair. The only thing I can really say is that all of this is for nothing. I hope you guys know this, right? Like all of this bullshit that we're talking about ain't for nothing. It's all for nothing. Yeah, Ubisoft apologized. I'm gonna quickly say this because I'm taking too long. But the reason why I say all of this is for nothing, the game's still gonna sell well. I seen people do a petition online to get this game postponed. Bro, you guys, that's futile. What you guys doing is not gonna happen, bro. For the game to get pushed back, no, bro. It's already set in stone. You know how much money they would fucking lose and like how much trouble they will get in with the investors? No, that is not happening. But the reason why I say it's futile is because it's gonna sell well. What I find disgusting is somehow, some way, Assassin's Creed Valhalla sold 20 million copies and is the best selling in the whole series franchise. Fucking disgusting. That game sold so much. So what do you guys expect for this game? This game is gonna sell right as much as that game. Now with this controversy almost causing an international incident, I would say Valhalla sold 20 million copies. I'm gonna say Shadow's gonna sell 10 to 15 million copies. It is what it is, man. But anyway, that's my take on this whole thing. You guys let me know how you guys feel. I finally touched on this because it's been a minute. I wanted to hurry up and get this shit up out the way. But now that they've done the apology and shit's been going on, it's gonna continue, but that's just my point on it, bro. Ubisoft, you guys fucked up, man. You guys fucked up bad.
When you get mad, you say trust God, yelling you should come down from